Welcome to the Mike and JD Show YouTube channel. Thank you for being here. I want you to do me a big favor before you check out this clip. I want you to hit the like button. I want you to throw in a comment and make sure you're a subscriber to this channel. And then I want you to share this video with your friends. Help us defeat the algorithm. And then if you like this content and you appreciate this content, please head over to patreon.com/the Mike and JD Show and support the show. That is how we actually get funded to be able to do this. So we thank you very much for being here. And now enjoy the clip.
Competition starting to get thick, it's the click, so I hope you work your A game. Mate, no rains on the track when we unite and spit. This is an A game, better bring your A game. Competition starting to get thick, it's the click, so I hope you work your A game. Mate, no rains on the track when we
It is. King of North says, which is worse, WrestleJoy or Steve Fall wanting to touch John Cena at the presser? I'll pick on WrestleJoy. They're nice people. Steve Fall is a virus that needs antibiotics.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, Steve Fall is very much like Julian Weeks. I'm going to get to it later, but he started a rumor on Twitter, and I don't know how people picked up on it, but it's we'll go ahead and get into that. We'll flex a little bit. We'll flex because I touched on it on Brace for Impact yesterday. So Steve Fall, dipshit. We should have had this ready for bad tweets, but Steve Fall, is doing some math here, right? Because TNA. Their new TNA Plus streaming app is under the Endeavor banner, right? Which means they hired Endeavor to manage their app, right? And Endeavor obviously owns WWE, so you got that thing. Then Triple H goes and says that he has a big announcement today, and that they're going to have like a live preview show of the upcoming year on Peacock, right? And then also TNA said that at Hard to Kill, their worlds will collide at Hard to Kill, right? So he puts 1 + 1 + 1 and gets to 7, and all of a sudden starts to think and put out there in the ether that maybe WWE is buying TNA, or that maybe WWE and TNA are going to have like a working relationship or like a partnership, much like they already have with All Japan, which isn't the case, was never the case. So he just kind of threw that out there, and then all of a sudden people started to buy into it. And next thing you know, we had like a day and a half. Thankfully, Mike Johnson, who, despite the fact that his dipshit partner and the owner of his website, fuckface Dave Scherer, is an idiot. Mike Johnson's decently respectable when it comes to what he puts out. Like, you could pretty much trust it. I had to throw some water. He's like, I don't know why I'm writing this, but people have been bringing up that there's a rumor that WWE is buying TNA. This has nothing to do with TNA or WWE. They have nothing to do with each other.
See, and this is what wrestling fans are so fucking dense. Like, anytime it goes up, we're gonna have news coming up. They think it's like this earth-shattering shit, and the reality is, earth-shattering shit just pops. There's no warm up to it. And what was the announcement Triple H had? Money in the Bank is going to be in Toronto.
It was very much like that fucking Tony Khan Wembley Stadium one, where it was like, Tony, that was already announced. Now you're just telling us when the tickets go on sale. Like, it was very much like a fart in church with Triple H today.
I mean, but again, I don't blame him on this one, because he was like, he was 1 for 2. So he's batting 500. He's like, there'll be a former Raw champion on Raw. And it was right. The Rock. Hey, huge news. I got a big surprise. You're buying TNA. No.
Like, wait a minute.
No, we're going to Toronto for Money in the Bank. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, and this is wrestling fans, especially the ones who have some slight reputation. Like, they're so fucking dumb. Like, it just, I can't. And didn't we go through this 2 years ago when Mickie James was in the Royal Rumble?
Yes.
Didn't we hear the same fucking thing? And what happened with that, Mike? Which again, 2 years ago on this show, I said they're not going to have a working relationship. Mickey's in the Rumble because Vince forgot she fired her.
Right. Mickie was in the Rumble because up to that point, she had already been in every goddamn Rumble that they had for women, right? She had already been in them. So, and there was no working relationship, despite the fact that people were fantasy booking Roman Reigns versus goddamn Moose.
That did happen.
Yeah. Booker T was trying to book Moose in the Royal Rumble and keep him strong. I'm just like, guys, y'all are crazy.
Guys, so like, WWE doesn't want working relationships. They just want stuff. They just want what you have. They want to take it over. Who's not happy about that is All Japan fans, quite frankly.
Well, look, they brought over Charlie Dempsey, who's Regal's kid, and this very much looks like Regal just trying to send his son over to Japan to get some more reps, right, and get him in there with a guy like Nakajima, right, and Nakajima beat the fuck out of him.
Beat the fuck out of him, because that's what Nakajima does. first of all, Nakajima is running the greatest gimmick in the world right now with All Japan. He's like Antonio Inoki reincarnated is his gimmick right now. He's doing all kinds of strong style stuff. He's got a lion on his jacket. Like, he is the greatest troll in the world. And like the president of All Japan's like, why are our fans hating us? Like, he couldn't figure out why, because no one in Japan wants any pro wrestling. This is what WWE fans struggle to understand, is that not everybody loves you, right? Like, in Japan, there's a very functional scene that's existed independently of American pro wrestling for 70 years now. And they don't want you over there. And very quickly, they had to make sure that everyone knew they didn't have a WWE relationship by going and booking Takeshita. So, like, look, we're bringing in him. We're in bed with them. Although I'm sure they would have liked to have been, until they realized that they're actually on the upswing, and All Japan is they're kind of hot.
Yeah, they're doing great. Kento Miyahara and Nakajima, that match was fantastic. And then I heard some people said that the Charlie Dempsey match wasn't that good, but I don't know. I heard from my cousin Joe, and he was like, that match was awesome. So I'll be honest, I have not seen Charlie Dempsey wrestle, but I think it's a good idea for NXT. It's super smart to send people to Japan for a little bit. You know what I mean? I think that's a good idea. And if they had something, if they were trustworthy actors, right, and they could send somebody to Japan for 6 months, and then All Japan could send somebody over there for 6 months, I think that works for both sides. But you just can't trust WWE to do that, because every time they create a partnership with one of these smaller promotions, they swallow them and let them wallow and die. That's what happens. So, but it just progress and evolve, right? Evolve. Mm-hmm. They evolved into nothing, right? It's more like evolve. Yeah.
I mean, it's just they got a bad history of just pestilence, basically. Like, every time they go somewhere else, they kill everything. It's like when the Carthaginians invaded Rome and they went and salted the ground of Carthage so nothing would ever grow again. Like, that's just what WWE does. It's like, it's fine. Like, I think it's great. I've been long advocating Tony Khan. They should send lots of their talent over to Japan just to get better. Megan Bayne is currently in the middle of a Stardom excursion, and from what I'm told, good. And I'll be honest, I never watched Mariah May wrestle before, despite our good buddy Scott E Wrestling telling me I should. She's good. She strikes hard. She got some wallop in her pops. I like it. Everyone should go to Japan to get better.